So when you go to Goodwill, you never know what you're going to find. And I love getting books to give to the Candy Kitchen so that their free library continues on. They have a section for kids and a section for adults. And their section for adults is like fiction, science fiction, paranormal, historical romance, contemporary romance, and of course they have the kid books for the kids sections. Uh, this hit home for me because when I was a little kid, I remember having this book, and when I seen this, I was like, I am so going to do two things: read it on here on YouTube, and then I'm going to give it to the Candy Kitchen so that a child can enjoy this book like I did. So here we start with Santa's Toy Shop. Santa's toy shop buzzed with activity. Only 2 days until Christmas Eve, when Santa would load the presents in his sleigh and deliver them to children around the world. Elves hammered nails in rocking horses and dollhouses. Even Mrs. Santa Claus helped. She sat by a snow frame window and she put the last stitches in a brand new baseball. Oh, went too far. Hold on. Ellie, the youngest of Santa's helpers, sat in a pile of wrapping paper. She wanted to do her best wrapping gifts. Then maybe Santa would let her be a toy maker next Christmas. How she would love to make dolls and bikes and toy cars. Santa, Ellie said as she tucked in another gift, I'm worried. Only 2 days left and still no letter from Danny. How will I know what to gift wrap for him? You must do your best, Ellie, Santa said. Mail call, Mrs. Claus shouted from the window. Here comes Elf Edward on Blitzen. Edward handed the letters to Santa. Ellie, Santa called. There's a letter here from Danny. He wants a skateboard. That was close, said Ellie. She picked a bright green skateboard from the elf assembly line. Next she wrapped the skateboard and stuffed it into Santa's pouch. Now it was the next day before Christmas Eve. Elves put a last-minute shine on trumpets and trains, and shiny shoes got new laces. Other elves tried out the latest computer games. Ellie wrapped and wrapped. Just then the door next to the toy shop burst open, nearly knocking Santa down. Well, upon my whiskers, Edward, said Santa. Sorry, Santa, cried Edward. I knew that you'd want to see this right away. He handed Santa another letter from Danny. Ellie tried to look over Santa's shoulder to read as he read. Dear Santa, I told Mom about the skateboard. She said, no way. Would you please bring me a 10-speed bike instead? Love, Danny. Ellie rushed to the porch and dumped out at the toy shop floor. She pulled out the skateboard, wrapped a blue racing bike, and stuffed it into the bag. It wasn't easy. Christmas Eve day, the elves groomed the reindeer. Mrs. Claus packed Santa in a midnight snack, and Ellie sat alone in the workshop tying bows on the last package. This time it was Santa who burst in another letter from Danny. Dear Santa, I'm really not big enough for a 10-speed. I thought about asking you this year for one of your reindeer, but you need them. So if it's not too much trouble, please just surprise me. Your friend Danny. Now what am I supposed to do? She asked Santa. Ellie asked. Do your best, little elf, Santa said. Think, what would you want for Christmas? All Ellie ever wanted was to make toys. Maybe Danny liked to make things too. Ellie wrapped a toolbox with a toy hammer and tools and loaded it in Santa's sleigh. I hope Danny really likes this, she whispered to Rudolph. While Santa delivered presents, Ellie swept the toy shop and worried, if Danny doesn't like his gift, I may never get to be a toy maker. Christmas Day, another letter arrived. It's from Danny, Santa cried. Ellie held her breath and listened. Dear Santa, thank you so much for the toolbox. It was exactly what I wanted. Love, Danny. Yippee! Ellie and the other elves cheered. Well, I'll be a red-nosed reindeer, Santa said, laughing. Looks like we'll have a new toy maker named Ellie next Christmas. And that is the end of this little book. So, you never know what you're going to find at Goodwill. You can always pass it on to others to bring good cheer. And I hope that this season you make a difference in other people's lives. I was blessed to get my 2 packages in the mail. One I ordered from Lakeside and they delivered it for me. I hope. I haven't heard if they did or not. The other, I decided I was going to gather up some books, some Christmas books, some cowboy books that I had read and got duplicates of, and got some ornaments and mailed them to a dear friend. Around here, I celebrated my work mom today, which is, it was Sunday. My good friend Wanda, who is my other co-worker friend that I always celebrated holidays with, I got some items gathered up and I gifted them to her. She got her gift and we exchanged a little bit there, and it was nice, and I told her thank you for it. And my big goal is not to let anybody feel unappreciated or unwanted or not cared for or thought about this holiday season. And I hope that you all remember those who make even the smallest impact in your life. I've got something gathered up. I haven't called the paper girl yet, but I'm off this coming weekend. So I'm going to wrap all her stuff up, get it ready to go, and then the mail girl, she'll get a present on the 22nd and on the 23rd. So I got to get cracking on that. Then, of course, we got the kids across the street and their mom and dad, and I haven't got all their stuff gathered up yet, but I've got to. But I'm waiting on an ornament to get here. I ordered it, and unfortunately, it's coming from China, so hopefully it'll be okay, but I really think they'll like that as well. Then, of course, we have our little family that'll be here Christmas Eve. Everybody keeps asking me, will you be doing some more Christmas reading and stuff? I will do my best to celebrate the holiday. I do want to do a memorandum video next because we did lose a very big part of country music. And it bothered me greatly. I really wanted to come on here yesterday, but it wasn't right. So I wanted to wait a day. So stay tuned.